Hey everyone, as a senior Scrum Master, I am so excited to welcome you to this explainer. Today we're going to completely transform your chaotic sprint planning into a streamlined, highly objective process. If you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by competing demands, well, you are in the exact right place.
Look, I want to start by validating that exact pain point you probably feel every single Monday morning, the endless pipeline of stakeholder requests. This quote right here perfectly captures the reality of project management. We are never starved for good ideas, right? What we actually lack is the time to build them all, the capacity to do them well, and the clarity to know which ones genuinely matter right now. Because when everything feels like a top priority, your roadmap basically just devolves into a messy negotiation table. Without a solid system, you're just relying on whoever happens to be the most persuasive in the room. So we really need to ask ourselves, how can we objectively say yes or no when that backlog is overflowing?
Well, here is our agenda for today to solve exactly that. We'll start by taming the endless backlog, map out our sprints with the Eisenhower matrix, dive into RICE and ICE scoring, align stakeholders with MoSCoW, build a hybrid approach, and finish up with a ready-to-use priority tracker template.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, Taming the Endless Backlog.
Before we even touch specific frameworks, we absolutely have to tackle the fundamental problem we're trying to solve in our weekly sprint planning. We need to eliminate the highest paid person's opinion, what we call the hippo bias. When you don't have a structured framework in place, your backlog just becomes a dumping ground. It turns into this chaotic mix of subjective feelings, one-off requests, and honestly, whoever shouted the loudest. To regain control of our weekly capacity, we have to rely on frameworks that dictate our workflow based on actual value, not just volume.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, Eisenhower Sprint Backlog Mapping.
You might know the Eisenhower matrix as a personal productivity tool, but it brilliantly translates those 4 classic quadrants directly into actionable sprint allocations. Instead of just the usual do, schedule, delegate, delete, let's look at it through the lens of a Scrum team. Quadrant 1, urgent and important, that becomes your current sprint. Those are your high-impact, quick wins. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent, goes to the next sprint or your deep backlog as strategic investments to schedule. Quadrant 3 items are delegated completely out of the tech team, maybe automated. And Quadrant 4, just hit delete. They are nice-to-haves that get dropped entirely. This ensures only true priorities make the cut.
Moving right along to Section 3, RICE and ICE, our data-driven sprint scoring.
Sometimes visual quadrants just aren't enough, and you need hard, defensible data to justify your roadmap. That's where we turn to RICE and ICE scoring. RICE stands for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. It gives us a really comprehensive, data-informed score by taking the potential benefit and dividing it by the work required. But if you need something a bit snappier, ICE offers a lightweight alternative. That's impact multiplied by confidence multiplied by ease. So instead of dividing by the effort, you're multiplying by how easy it is to actually build.
Now, what's literally a game changer here is how that confidence metric acts as a massive bias break. Think about it. It is so easy for a stakeholder to come to you and say, this feature will have a massive impact. But confidence forces them to put a hard number on how sure they actually are. Are we 100% sure based on solid data, or just 50% sure based on a hunch? It totally prevents those overly optimistic impact guesses from ruining your sprint capacity.
And here, we just let the math do the talking. For RICE, look at this. Feature A drastically outperforms Feature B, scoring 6,000 compared to 1,000. But keep in mind, if you were using the faster ICE method, you'd multiply impact, confidence, and ease. If Feature B had a massive impact and was incredibly easy to deploy, its ICE score might actually beat Feature A. But either way, calculating this completely removes the emotional debate from your sprint grooming sessions.
Okay, on to Section 4, MoSCoW, for aligning your stakeholders.
When timelines are crazy tight and your cross-functional teams need to agree instantly without calculating detailed numerical scores, we use MoSCoW. That stands for must-haves, should-haves, could-haves, and won't-haves. The absolute secret sauce to making MoSCoW work is ruthlessly defending these definitions. A must-have isn't just something a stakeholder really wants, it literally means the product is unsafe, illegal, or completely unusable without it. Because if everything is a must-have, then absolutely nothing is a priority. Should-haves are super important, yes, but the product can still function with a viable workaround if push comes to shove.
If we stack these tools up against each other, the trade-offs become super clear. MoSCoW sacrifices pure data objectivity for blazing fast speed. It's absolutely perfect for MVP scoping or getting quick alignment in a heated meeting. Rice and ice, on the flip side, are a bit slower to calculate, but they give you bulletproof, highly objective metrics for long-term roadmap justification.
Let's move on to Section 5, the hybrid non-tech approach. Here's the real trick. You don't actually have to choose just one tool. The most effective non-technical leaders out there synthesize these frameworks into a hybrid workflow. Here's how it builds. First, you gather and discover ideas, maybe using Connell Model Basics to find the emotional value of what delights users. Second, you take that shortlist and score it objectively using Rice or ICE, so you have the hard data. And finally, you take those top scores and use MoSCoW trade-offs to finalize what actually fits into your engineer's 2-week sprint. It acts like the perfect filter system.
Now, because saying no is honestly the hardest part of the job, I want to give you a literal script to handle stakeholder pushback. Next time they demand a feature, try saying this. I understand this feature is important to your team. However, based on our Rice scoring, it currently ranks below our critical sprint threshold. We're placing this in the MoSCoW won't have now bucket, and it is officially on our later roadmap for reassessment next quarter. Boom! You respectfully acknowledge their idea without committing your engineers to it today.
And finally, Section 6, the Priority Tracker Template.
Let's bring all this theory down to earth with a practical, everyday deliverable that you can start using tomorrow. This is your master spreadsheet layout. It combines everything we've talked about into one single source of truth. You list the feature statement, attach the objective Rice score, label its urgency with a MoSCoW bucket, and then definitively map it to its actual sprint allocation, now, next, or later. This instantly gives your entire organization complete, undeniable transparency into exactly why decisions were made.
By mastering the Eisenhower matrix, scoring frameworks like Rice and ICE and MoSCoW, you're doing something absolutely crucial. You are protecting your team's most valuable asset, their time. So I want you to take these tools from our explainer, reclaim your sprint, and ask yourself, what will you confidently say no to today?